Hi everybody, as our topic, I want to show you a more advanced pulley system, one that uses what we call a ratchet. So you can actually increase your mechanical advantage even more if you know how to use your ratchet. So I've already set up a system here. I've got a ladder, hopefully I won't pull it over, and there's a pulley up top right here and a rope going through it, and you can see there in the view is my load. So I've actually used some weights there. And I think it should be pretty easy for you, if you've been following the notes, to analyze what kind of a system I have here. Now, I've got a pulley, this orange thing, on my weights, my load. My load or my resistance is here, my right hand. And one end of the rope goes up to the top of the ladder here. So way up there, one end of the rope is tied in. This strand is attached to the top. And therefore the load is sort of in the middle of the rope. I have a moving pulley here on it, and I've got a fixed pulley up top just to change directions, because in order for me to pull up, if I were going to leave it with only one moving pulley, I'd have to climb the ladder and be pulling that direction. It'd be difficult, whereas here I can use a second pulley, this fixed one, just to pull down, just changes the direction. It doesn't add or improve the mechanical advantage at all. So you should be able to look at that and say, oh, I can tell what the mechanical advantage is. You need a moving pulley, we've got one. And you should know the answer. We count the strands of rope coming out of the load, the segments of rope attached to the load here. So I've got one here, and the other there is going to make two. So this is a mechanical advantage of two. Nice simple system. Now I want to turn this system into a compound system. So what I've done is I've started rigging another pulley. So I'm going to pull all this through. Here's another pulley. This one goes to another anchor, my trusty filing cabinet drawer. And let me get this out of the way. What I'm going to do is connect these. I'm going to then add some more mechanical advantage to this system. Right now it's a 2-to-1 system. I just changed the directions again with another fixed pulley, and this pulley is attached to another anchor. It's not going to move when I raise or hoist this load. Okay, so what I need to then do is get another moving pulley in the mix here. 2-to-1 system. This road here is just, this strand is just for my effort. I can pull up on this. Well, that's going to become the load. This is going to become the load for that next pulley. And then as I pull in on this pulley, the load is going to move towards that anchor. Got it? So that's the kind of concept here. Now, what I need in order to make this work is a rope grab. And I'm going to have a separate tutorial on several ways you can make rope grab. Some cool, expensive ones you can buy, and then some really easy ones you can make out of flat tubular webbing or cargo strap, thin strand of small rope, and but I'm going to use this because it's simply faster. So I have a little device. I'm going to put it on the rope. I'm going to clip it through something that's both a carabiner and a pulley. So I'm attaching another pulley here. All right, now I have my 2-to-1 system. This is my effort side I'm going to be pulling on, and I'm going to turn it into the load of this system. And as this system works, it's going to pull this towards it. So let me come around here to demonstrate. Now here's my second system. We're going to talk about them independently. Perhaps you can see the pulley right here, and then that is the load up here with the orange carabiners. Right here is my rope grab, and you'll see what that means in a little bit. If this is my rope grab, and this is a moving pulley, rope grab, moving pulley, how many strands do I have attached to my rope grab? Now the deal is that this distance is fixed. This device grabs onto this rope, and then it's going to pull it. So this whole system gets closer to me, and this is my ratchet. Now, it's a little hard to see what's going on here, although as I just hoisted that in, you maybe noticed that the load on the other end went up a little bit. This can be reset. So now if I hold this here so I don't lose my progress, I can slide this ratchet back up, and I can hoist it some more. My load didn't go down at all, and now I can raise it some more. This is my ratchet. When I need to, I can slide it away from me and then hoist it towards me again. I want to make sure that I'm watching that these weights don't get hung up on the bar of my ladder here. All right, so there we go. You can see that is getting higher. Now this system, my ratchet, involves the rope grab here, this strand of rope on the bottom of my hand, this strand of rope up here, where I'm pointing now, that's the second one, goes through the moving pulley, and this effort side I'm pulling on is the third rope segment that's attached to this load. So this is a 3-to-1 system. Now the combined mechanical advantage I have here, the ideal mechanical advantage of my ratchet is a 3-to-1 system, but because what I'm hauling is the effort side of my 2-to-1 system, I would multiply them. This would be a 6-to-1 mechanical advantage. I used my ratchet and added 3-to-1 to the system, but when I do that I multiply the forces, so my 2-to-1 system becomes a 6-to-1 system. If this had been additive, I'd have 2-to-1 and then a 3-to-1 here, and that would be 5-to-1, but it's multiplicative. It's multiplied. So now I have a 6-to-1 system in total. The last tutorial will explain to you that we're going to have several little challenges, each for different amounts of points. The last one is a 25-point test, and I'm running this a little bit like a competition. I think it'll be kind of fun. The first event of the competition is hauling a truck, and what I'm going to do is ask you to set up a 3-to-1 system. So you'd start with a 3-to-1 system, and then you put in a ratchet, and by multiply them you get a 9-to-1 system, and that's how we're going to haul my car or maybe a student truck. And so I'll have another separate video on that. Hopefully you can freeze frame to see any part of this you need to, and then review it accordingly. This will be therefore part of your test for next week. So you want to be pretty comfortable drawing it so that you can just have it memorized. Okay, I need a system here, and then I'm going to add my ratchet. It's going to look like this because it's going to be 3-to-1. I'm going to be good at that. Maybe rigging it up with those pulleys I sent home. If you have access to carabiners and rope or actual block and tackle and pulleys, that's great, but you just want to be familiar with it so that when we get together, you can rig it, you can set it up. All right, I'll have more videos for you. Hopefully this one is clear because you're going to be using this soon. Have a good one.